Hi, boys and girls. I thought I'd show you some of my garden going on and my thinking. And I thought the other day that we read that book, Tops and Bottoms. Hopefully you've gotten to listen to it. But it was a story about vegetables, and it was a story about how they grow. So I thought maybe we'd look at some today. And we can look at what do they mean by tops? What do they mean by bottoms? So I have a little garden today. I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to bring you over a little bit and show you what I have in this box. I know you could probably see some green things standing, maybe some green things in the dirt. Take a good look and see exactly the things that you might see in this box. Are they on the dirt? Are they in the dirt? Or are they on top of the dirt? And then if you don't mind, I'm just going to put you right back down because I might put my hands in the dirt and I don't want to drop the camera and lose you in my dirt. So I'm going to start on this side and see if you can remember anything that you saw when I tried to show you the garden. So you're going to see some green leaves, and all vegetables usually start with that little sprout. You can do vegetables by seed packs, and we talked about that in school when you have to dig a hole and put a seed in and cover it up, and then it needs the water and it needs the beautiful sunlight, and then little sprouts grow. Now it depends how that vegetable, what kind of vegetable it is, what that sprout does. Sometimes it stays in the leaves, sometimes it forms into the vegetable, and as you see when I show you things, you'll see where it gets the tops and the bottoms. So I'm going to pull this one out, shake it a little bit, because when you pull a vegetable out and it grows, you can see this one has the nice green tops. It has the vegetables right here, this red thing, and it also had this root underground that sometimes the roots act like straws, remember? It sucks up the water and the nutrients. So let me see, I have 3 of these, so let me get these out. We'll look at them. There's the tops with the green leaves. Here's the vegetable, and there's the root. And I have one more. All right, take a good look at it. There's that little root. There's the vegetable, and there's the green. Now, I don't know if anybody knows what this vegetable's called, but it's called a radish. So it's actually, we don't eat the root part. You would clean it, cut it right there. And you would clean it and cut the top right there. And moms use radishes for a lot of things. Dipping, chopping up, salads, put it in a mixture for sauces. So they have a lot of fun things to do. Now I'm going to pick out another vegetable, and you see it on top of the dirt, and it comes up, it's looking green, but look what it has up here. It still has leaves and sort of like the green sprout that turned into leaves, but then these look like little bitty trees or palm trees by themselves. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to shake the dirt off because this one actually grows, and it will grow straight tall, and this part would all stay in the ground, and then you would cut it off right there, and it's a stalk. I can actually smell it. But moms would take these apart little bit by little bit because all of these make a stalk, and this is called celery. Again, we have the green leafy top that we would probably cut off, and we would cut the bottom of the stalk right off there for the celery. And the celery itself, Mom might use to quarter and chop up. We put it in stuffing. We might chop it up, and sometimes it's great for a snack if you want to dip it in dressing or hummus, or I like to put peanut butter on it. Does anybody like peanut butter like I do? It makes a terrific snack for that. So now we're going to move on to the other kind of vegetable you see sitting here. It looks like it's sitting just right on top of the dirt. It looks like it's round and it's a ball, but it's not a ball. I'm going to take these extra leaves off, put them right down there, And then I'm going to pick this up because it does grow and it sits right on the dirt. See if you can notice. We'll knock some dirt off because again, you would cut this and trim it right at the dirt, right there. And what do you think it is? Do you have an idea? You pick it off leaf by leaf. Let me show you. Maybe you can see a piece that is broken off. I know some people put it in salads. You're right, it's lettuce. Some people use it and they might put it right on their hamburgers with lettuce and tomato. And then they put some cheese on there and they make a nice big hamburger sandwich with it. So that's our lettuce. And again, you saw that as it was sitting right on top of the dirt. Now, I'm going to show you my dirt again so you can see if you think we are done looking for vegetables. We had the radishes, and you could see the holes that were from the radishes that grow down in the dirt, kind of under the ground. You don't see them till you pull them. We had the lettuce that was sitting right on top. And we have the celery that grows just up in big stalks. But boys and girls, do you see anything else that might be sitting on top of, in the dirt, coming out of the dirt? Well, to tell you the truth, there is something else under the dirt, and it actually goes way under. It might have green stalks on it. I don't have any green stalks right now. But when you go to harvest these, you actually go down with a pitchfork and you dig down a little bit. And what do you think you're seeing? You're right. You're seeing a potato. Now, potatoes grow underground, and what we look at as their root system with lots of little wiggly arms, they're actually tubular structures that go down, and a lot of potatoes will be attached to one plant. I'm going to show you another one over here and keep digging because this one's a different color. This one grows strong and a lot at one time underneath too. This is called a sweet potato, and I'm going to show you something right here that you can see the root or the tubular part coming out. And when potatoes grow, and it's a plant and it starts to seed, it will grow several roots and arms, and it will grow so that when you dig that potato up, you won't just get one potato. You probably will get several potatoes out of this dirt. Now, I'm going to sit you right down because I do have a vegetable, actually 3 vegetables that grow. They do come out of the dirt. They do raise up a little bit out of the dirt, but they don't stay on top of the dirt. They kind of climb, and I'll show you what I mean. So I am going to move the lettuce so it's not in your way. I'm going to move the sweet potatoes, and I'm going to bring this one up because it's a little bit heavier. And I'm going to show you, I bet you can tell already while you're looking, what this is. This is a tomato plant. Now, tomatoes, they come up out of the dirt, but they grow on a vine. And to keep them dry and moist-free from little bugs getting them, you can put them on a trellis, something for them to hold on to and climb, or a stake in the ground, and then you can help tie it. But if you look real close to these tomatoes, you're going to see that they're all connected to a vine, sort of like the pumpkins did. Now, do you see this one little star right here? It looks like it's missing something. This tomato right here, this little tomato, what was attached right there, and it would have been right in that spot right there. But you know what? I accidentally moved it today, and I knocked it over and it rolled right off. So these are one of our vegetables that might just happen to grow, needs a vine to climb, and we keep it up out of the dirt because we don't want it to get soggy or wet. I have another one. Now, I don't have these, more than one, to show you, but it does grow on a viney, clingy, climby little vine with leaves, a sprout, and it'll spread out. And this is what I'm talking about. Do you happen to know what it is? It is a pepper. And you see this stem right there? This one's a little hard, so I can't really pick it up because it might snap right off. But that's where it attaches to. Just like the pumpkins have those thick stems and they attach. But if we have them and they're starting to grow, and so they don't sit on the ground and get wet and soggy and maybe a little buggy, then we put a stake or we put a trellis, tie them up so they can continue to grow and hang, and then that's where we take them off from. The same way with this guy. Anybody know what these are? These are really good too, good for dipping. And do you see that right there? That's where it attaches to its plant. Spreads out. Again, you can tie them up a little bit so it doesn't sit on the ground and get over mildewy or soft where little bugs can form into. So I hope you had fun looking at vegetables today, but I have one idea to show you, and I think you might like to try it. If you have a stalk of celery at your house and you see the green leaves on top, you can try to root one yourself and see the green stalks grow. So I'm going to ask you and ask Mommy for help, but I'm going to get a knife. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I have a little glass of water and I'm going to cut right on the bottom of this celery. And then what that means is you have this bottom, keep it together, you cut right across, and then get a little glass, put some water in it. If you have some plant fertilizer that's liquid, you could add a few little drops, and then guess what? You just put that right into water. I'm going to spill some water out. I don't need all of this. There you go. Leave a little bit of water in there. Put that right in there, and then in a little couple days or week or two, right in the middle, right there, you should see some of the leaves starting to sprout right out of there. If you have to add water or leave it in there for a little bit, you might see some roots coming out of here. And you can grow this inside near a sunny window, and you can watch and see if it will take hold and grow those nice leaves on the top. So we talked about vegetables being in the ground, under the dirt, under the top of the ground. We talked about them being on top of the ground. We talked about them being above the ground where they'll come out and they'll climb, and they need to be up a little bit and suspended to stay above. So hopefully you learned a little bit about tops and bottoms and what vegetables grow where and what part of that vegetable when we plant it do we eat. Do we eat the top? Do we eat the bottom? Do we eat the middle? So I hope you're having a fun time with Zooming with your classrooms and seeing your teachers and your friends. I hope you're having a good time looking on YouTube for that letter V for the 4s this week. Take a look at what some of our other teachers are doing. There's lots of stories, lots of ideas, volcanoes to do, vegetables to look at, and practice your scissor and holding cut. And until we see you again at class time, have fun, have a good day, and thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.